Welcome to another video. It's been a while. I'm a little bit late on this one. The new patch was released December 11th. It's a week ago. I've been sick, as some of you will know. That's why I haven't been able to make a video on it yet. I haven't played a game until the new patch, but I'm now going to have a look and see what the new patch brings in terms of balance, changes, and all the good stuff. So without further ado, welcome to an exciting update for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. We've got lots of quality of life features coming your way, pathfinding and formation fixes, plus a new challenge scenario, Mangdai Madness. So enhanced unit UI, lockable gates during construction, enhanced tooltips for unit icons, mod validator, the challenge scenario, Mangdai Madness, works with Game Edition, by the way. Pathfinding information fixes, bug fixes based on your feedback, and balance changes. Let's just get to the nitty-gritty of it all. Introducing Mangdai Madness, a new limited time challenge scenario in the vein of Barbarossa Brawl and Mongol Raiders. Can you defend the Wonder against increasingly challenging waves using only your army of Mangdai? I mean, they definitely chose the right unit to micro in if there's like a wave challenge, right? Where Mangdai is maybe the most fun unit to micro in the game. The setup is simple. You have a Wonder to defend, Mangdai, and access to techs. Strategize how you will spend your resources and use the terrain to your advantage. Take on waves of Teutonic Knights, Throwing Axemen, Onagers, Tanky Saboteurs, and a very special campaign hero unit if you can make it to the final wave. Did anyone ever make it to the final wave? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is the final wave or how difficult this is, so... Mangdai Madness is supported with a leaderboard. Challenge your friends and put those micro skills to the test. And there we go. Animated player. Like, I just was brainstorming with my chat, my million dollar idea here. Allow content creators to have animated player icons of themselves. Because we have a very cool emote called Doubt Slide, where it's essentially grassed out. I mean, I'll pull my chat up and you guys can see what it looks like. Chat, if we can give some showcase of Doubt Slide, that would be fantastic. It's essentially this one. If we could have this of Doubt, for example, for a animated player icon in the game, that would be pretty cool. And maybe if people buy it, Doubt could get percentages of the revenue, for example, right? So just an example. But yeah, so they're adding ways for people to purchase cosmetic DLC packs from Steam, Microsoft Store, or Xbox. It costs money, obviously, but it's another source of income for the game and another way for you to get fun things in the game yourself. And, of course, by doing that, also supporting the development of the game. I think this is good for the game. I don't see why not. As long as this stays the same, these icons provide no gameplay benefit and are purely cosmetic. As long as that stays the same, I have no issues with this whatsoever. And as long as they don't force me to look at my opponent's archers with a hippo skin, for example, right? As long as I can still have my game looking the way I want it to look like, I have no problems with any in-game cosmetics or other possibilities to purchase content in the game. Because again, I also want the game to thrive. I want there to be a revenue stream for them where they feel like they can continue developing the game for years to come. So yeah, I think this is cool. I like it, and I'm in favor of this. All right, stability and performance. They fixed some crashes. Okay, we'll skip that. Graphics, units standing behind mule carts now display outlines. That's good. I did not enjoy villagers and such being not that easy to spot behind the mule cart. Fixed issue with snow trails left behind by mule carts. Okay. Audio fixes. Fixed an issue where Gaia attack notifications would not play on custom maps. Finally! That's a good one. Did they fix that, like, if you build a house on a boar or a wolf and de-aggro them, did they fix that? Are they gonna re-aggro again, or will they just... sit there as before, or did they fix that? Because we had in the previous patch, at least, that you build a house and de-aggro. Okay, so they re-aggro. Okay, so they fixed that. Good. Fixed an issue where gunshots from a Persian cast of citadels could be heard from too far away. Okay. And yeah, they just added a lot of possibilities in terms of viewing stats for units in the user interface. Reload time, movement speed, blast radius, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff, right? So that's good quality of life that people might want to see to get a better understanding of the units they're using. It also shows, if you hover over them, display the unit's training description. So how long it takes to train, for example. That's good. Ooh. Keep watchtower, guard tower, stonewall, pavilion at buildings now have unique icons. Did they not before? Was the tower the same icon as a guard tower, keep, and a watchtower? It's something I've never noticed. Huh. Add blue versions to several small buttons, okay? If a player selects 2 production buildings of different types, they can now produce units from the last selected production building. 2 production buildings of different types. Isn't that how it always was, though? If I first select a barracks and then I select an archery range, the archery range is what I can produce from. I thought that's how it was. Guess I'm wrong. Fixed issue where we manage wiggle stuck. Okay. Map voting. Same amount of votes. Players are not displayed correctly. Okay. Okay. Steam user will not inform the map pool votes. Cool. Wow, there's another patch. No, this is the patch from 1 week ago that I have yet to try or play or anything like that. So I'm going through it now for the first time. I haven't read through this before myself, so I'm just a little bit late on this one. There's an issue where save delete would pop up and would only trigger if the last unit a player selected was a hero. Brain processing. Save delete pop-up would only trigger if the last unit a player selected was a hero. Okay. There's an issue where the menu narrator would not narrate the Age 1 press 2 and return our own buttons. Okay. Fixed an issue where wood upgrades technology. Yeah, this one was annoying. I kept trying to click that so many times with, for example, Armenians. I think it was due to the mule cart introduction. Something messed up there. But good that that's now fixed. Mule carts now use both lumber camps and mining camps configurations as a fallback, including select all, go to, and okay, that's sweet. Record against spectator, multiplayer, changing the direction, okay. Oh, change the behavior to pause, so multiplayer, so people can no longer scroll, zoom, or interact with the minimap while game is paused. That's good. That's a way to kind of take advantage. Anyone interested in Xbox changes? I don't think you watched my stream. Gates can now be locked before the construction is finished, which is nice. It will avoid the cases of you finish a gate and you accidentally, a villager walks through the gate or something to try and build something else on the other side, and therefore you open the gate. So that's a good change. You have an option there now. Deer and other prey animals now have more consistency in how long they pause before moving again. Is there, what's the fixed timer here? Does anyone know? I guess that will on average be less punishing then. Because you have so many times randomness where it's like you push it to the town center and then they will just turn away immediately, even after having no break. But it also takes away the chance of you being lucky, where you forget to push and they will stay there forever. So pros and cons, but I like the consistency. Monks now instantly search for new healing targets instead of waiting for 3 seconds. Why was that not before? Mule cars are no longer visible in fog of war. That's good. That's also something that could be quite annoying. So, Trebuchet no longer ignore shift commands when attacking buildings. This is really good. I wonder if this also works on units now. Can I shift queue my Trebs from shooting unit to unit to unit to unit? If this works, I think Trebs are suddenly a viable tool in military fights. More than it is already. So, yeah. I like this a lot, and I hope it works properly. It's also very useful for when you want to shift queue your Trebs to take this castle, then this sea workshop, then this castle, and so forth, right? Yeah, so we'll see. Groups of villagers now correctly gather from unused farms when they finish building a farm. There was a bug where you would finish building a farm and they wouldn't spread out as before, but it seems to be fixed now. Fixed an issue where the rams grouped with other units would stop moving before reaching an enemy target when the player issued an attack move. Okay. Monks no longer stop chasing a unit when they are converting if that unit stops moving. So that was the case. So whenever the other unit they were chasing stopped moving, the monk would also stop moving. That's so weird though. Monks no longer stop chasing a unit if they are converting. They are converting if that unit stops moving. I don't even know how this happens. There's an issue where villagers would lose their field of view, and mule carts, if completed, would become invisible if the player rung the town bell when the mule cart was under construction. Okay. There's an issue where if a player has converted monks and then researches block printing, the player would be granted vision in an area around the converted monks the moment attack finished. Ah, that's what it is. I've seen that bug a few times. So like random weird vision at random points on the map. Fix the rare issue where the go back to work hotkey would sometimes cause villagers to become stuck inside a building. Thank you! That's been annoying. So like I try to release my bills back to work and they just stay in the building. Fix an issue where moving large groups of units would cause some units to stop reacting to group commands, okay? Guard command no longer switches units formation to line formation when used. Okay. Already selected units will no longer stay selected when using control to drag select military. Already selected units will no longer stay selected when using... Oh. That's actually good. I've been actually having issues with that, now that I think about it. To me, it was expected behavior, but this is better behavior. Yeah. So you can constantly now hold control to select military units, but you can, by doing so, you're also deselecting the previous selection. So I like that. That's good. Because I've kept using control and just kept adding units to my control group or to my selected groups. So that's good. Warrior priests and no attack stance can now heal allied units. Could they not before? Question mark? Villagers no longer can drop off resources into buildings with mule cart garrison inside. Makes sense. We saw people garrisoning mule carts in towers, and suddenly the tower was a drop-off location. That was funny. A group of monks can now be shift queued to pick up and deliver relics. That's very nice. Units no longer change direction rapidly when their path is obstructed when the player has issued a follow command on a unit. Fix an issue where warships, especially Galilean units, would freeze occasionally if the player issued many move commands. I guess this is the issue we've had especially when you've been moving ships around shorelines, where the parts of the group would sometimes get like stuck along the shoreline. So I hope that's also fixed with this combination here. A deer will no longer get stuck if the player places a building foundation on them. Okay. Knights on aggressive mode now correctly retarget enemy units if they are attacking a farm and those units walk past. Knights on aggressive mode now correctly retarget enemy units. Okay. So let's say you have a knight that automatically started attacking a farm. They won't wait to attack other units until the farm is destroyed. They will automatically go to units if there are units in range. Okay. The game no longer treats mule carts as hard obstruction. This should help pathing around them. Okay. I'm wondering how much their obstruction or block radius is now. Gonna have to get used to that as well. Dungeons and fortified churches will now automatically target enemy units if they have units queued. Did they not before? Individual units will now join the formation of larger groups of units that were already moving if the player selects both groups and issues a movement command. Individual units will now join the formation of larger groups. Wasn't that already the case? The only thing I have a problem with in groups and formations is units. Let's say this is unit A. They want to go there, right? Here comes unit B. And I suddenly select them all, both of them together. And I click them to go over here, right? This group here would go back to meet this group. And then they would go there together. Instead of they both going there. And once they reach the spot, then they group up, right? Why should this group go back to group up before they go to the point? That's my biggest problem with regrouping logic in this game. Fix an issue where when tasking a group to attack a close enemy unit, the faster unit will remain walking slowly with the group of slower units. Okay, that's good. Fix an issue where formations would not form up correctly after being tasked to move from a patrol or attack move command. Okay. Yeah. So I've heard some rumors about the pathing changes now. I've seen the teleporting. I've seen some weird archer clicking. Like if you micro archers, they just kind of... I don't even know how to explain that. They really take like a big step back in terms of... yeah, archer micro seems weird, let's say. Teleporting still exists, good to know. But yeah, I've heard that the pathing in general is better, so I'm excited to try it out. So, balance changes. Monk conversions consistency. Monk conversion chance 25% to 40% in the interval for, so monk conversion chance 25% to 40% will happen now in the interval of 5 to 9 seconds instead of 4 to 10. So they shrunk the longest distance and they minimized the short distance to give it a bit more consistency. So 80% of conversions will happen between 5 and 7 seconds. That's good. I think this is a good change. Again, I have no problems with Monk RNG. I've always been an advocate for we have to keep some RNG within the game. That's just how it is. It's been like this for so many years. We don't want to change it. But I think the thing that triggers people is the super long conversions or the super short conversions. So when they minimize the chance of RNG, that's a good thing because it will reduce frustration from players because they'll know more the reasonable timings for when things can happen. Okay, below are some ancillary changes. Here are the average. Here, the average conversion time remains unchanged compared to before, but now with the more consistent conversion behavior. So, scout resistance is set to +3 minimum conversion time. So, that means that 80% of the time, a scout should be converted between 8 and 10 seconds. And they have +1 maximum conversion times and +2 conversion resistance. Okay, then it's maybe even more. It's like 10 seconds should be like the average by far minimum for the scouts to be converted. Ships resistant to +2 max. I don't think these have too much impact overall though. It is exactly the same as before. Okay. So, and we have this, which I think is a really interesting one. New technology available in the castle age for all civilizations at the monastery. Devotion. This is required for faith. Now, not every civilization has faith in the game, but every civilization will have devotion in the game. So, devotion is a tech that everyone can do. And it's only 100 food, 150 gold, which is a nice little cost to like give +1 minimum and +1 maximum conversion time. So, the percentage math is 15% harder for enemy monks to convert. But yeah, like I said, most civs, or a lot of civs still don't have faith. And also the faith cost is now only 550 food and 750 gold. So even with devotion, it's still quite cheaper compared to before to get faith. And faith conversion resistance set to +4 minimum and +5 maximum. Means a 15% harder to... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, but the combination of devotion and faith is equivalent to the previous version of faith. So the overall thing here is pretty much that faith is a little bit cheaper. It's still the same effect, but every civ now has a mini faith in the castle age. Drawmon projectile attack rebalance to deal equal damage with all individual projectiles instead of full damage on main and cosmetic secondary projectiles. Okay. So that means their spread damage is a bit better, but they do more spread damage, but less impact damage on the central unit that is being targeted, pretty much. And yeah, with that, they also have to rebalance the whole damage since they're giving all the projectiles different type of damage. And they increase the projectile spread area as well. I wonder if this is better or worse for a choke point water map. Take Northern Isles, for example, where you stack 20 galleons on top of each other. I wonder if they would have been better off with the old version or the new version. I guess the new version might be more consistent. Drawmon training time has been increased by 15 seconds, and Siege Engineers properly increased petard bonus against damage against castles and walls. Interesting. I wonder how good petards are with Siege Engineers. I mean, it's still just 20% more, right? So I guess in the end, it's not something you like actively... You don't upgrade Siege Engineers in order to do petard rush, for example. So, we'll see. Cavalier upgrade time reduced from 100 to 80 seconds. So Cavalier upgrade is faster now. 20 seconds only. Not a massive change, but this is... I think the biggest buff for this is Burgundians, right? Because you can do that in Castle Age. So getting 2 Cavaliers now 20 seconds faster compared to before. Which is significant in many cases. Mule carts are now targeted with lower priority than units. Thank you. That makes sense. And mule cart cost has also been lowered to 80 wood, 20 food. I'm not sure if this was needed, honestly. It's a buff to well, both civs that have mule carts. But Armenians already have a discount, right? So their mule cart is now what? 60 wood, 15 food? I don't remember what exactly the discount was. Was it 25%? I think so. So their mule carts are insanely cheap now as Armenians. And this is like a further boost to Armenians' water play. So, not 100% convinced on that one. So, Civ specific changes. Armenians, Galilean fires 2 projectiles. Civ bonus changed to Galilean and Romans fire an additional projectile. That makes sense because they changed the Roman change they did, right? That makes sense. But I still think with the Galilean, it's only +1 damage from like a cute little projectile. Secondary projectile changed to always be an arrow for better readability of the bonus, okay? Warrior Priest with Relic no longer incorrectly receives extra line of sight from block printing technology. Makes sense. And they increased the mule cart technology bonus from 25 to 40%. I think with the 25%, they already had like in Imperial Age with all upgrades, like the best wood income in the game, for example. But now they lose 2-man saw. Okay, so that's the compensation for giving them this. This will have a bigger impact on gold and stone mining though. But now they lose 2-man saw. Okay, I can see that. Silesian Fleet, Demolition Ship Radius, improvement reduced from 33 to 20%. Makes sense. I think that the amount of spread we saw in the demo damage was insane. I think this is a good change for sure. Castle Age Armenians are better than Civ with 2-man saw. But not by a lot, right? I guess the big impact is though that you get it in Castle Age. I guess like Burgundians would still be competing with them if they do the 2-man saw in Castle Age. Celts shouldn't be too far off either. But again, it's a combination with mule carts also being, you don't have to replenish them. They can move with your wood chopper, so you also keep the villager efficiency, right? So there's a lot of other benefits of the mule cart technology, so to say. Bengalis elite or Ratha cavalry archer armor increased by 0 to 1. So they will take 1 less damage from skirms. Or will they still take the same damage? No, it should be 1 less damage, right? This is very good though against any other units except skirms. But I think maybe it's also 1 less damage against skirms. I'm not sure how that interaction is there. Bonus damage reduced by 1. So essentially Ratha survive, or they take 1 less damage in general. But the Ratha now deals 20% trample damage in melee mode. Ratha will never be an enjoyable unit to use until they give us the option of melee mode and range mode in a different hotkey. This whole cycling back and forth on the same like a toggle hotkey when you have units that can be range mode and melee mode at the same time is a pain in the butt. If you give us melee mode on this hotkey and range mode on this hotkey, it will be so much more enjoyable to use this unit. But yeah, Rathas, I think the Ratha are already pretty decent and they have a good place in the game. Probably will be even better now. Goes without saying. Bohemians, Hussite Wagon reduced by 20% HP, 20 HP, and the main projectile damage reduced by 1 as well. Train time has been increased as well. So solid Hussite Wagon nerf. I don't think this is enough to the point where, okay, Hussite Wagons are now bad and we will not see them play the same way. I still think Hussite Wagons are very, very good still. But of course, this helps. Chinese, Townsend and Civilization bonus increased from +10 population space and 5 line of sight to 15 population space and 7 line of sight. Why? That was a very unsuccessful attempt at creating a dramatic effect. But I'll take it. Why? Why? To be fair though, I don't think this is horrible. Chinese got nerfed in quite a strong way. I say quite a strong way. Like their technologies, all the technologies are 5% more expensive in each age a couple of patches ago. So it's like, The fact that they gave 5 population space and 2 more line of sight is that I think it's still, they're still nerfed from before, so I don't mind in the end, but I also am like, why? You know, if it's if the whole intention is we want to make Chinese easier for a beginner and for them easier to find their starting sheep, so forth, fine. I don't think this is a massive impact on the competitiveness of Chinese either direction. Georgians. Buildings cost 50% fewer resources to repair, as the team bonus has been reduced to 25%. Thank you. I had quite some training games for warlords where I was knocking my head against the wall trying to take down a Georgian castle. It was not pleasant, so appreciate that. Won't this make Chinese TC booming casters stronger? Well, yeah, obviously. It will, for sure. Manaspa no longer incorrectly receives extra damage against buildings, archers, skirmishers, camels, and shuttle warriors when grouped. Seems good, man. So yeah, Georgians are now in the game, and everyone accepts them for how they are. So we'll see how Georgians play out going forward. Hindustan's villager discount civilization bonus increased from 5, 10, 15, 20 to 8, 13, 18, 23. So now kind of a middle ground from their previous villager discount. That's okay. I think Hindustanis are underrated civ still, so this could help. Huns, target base movement speed increased by from 1.35 to 1.4. Massive change right there. I don't think you'll notice this much, but okay. This one though, Huns now start with a unique scouting horse on nomad style maps once their starting town center is completed. So to have a Huns as an ally in nomad is pretty massive now, because you get shared vision by default, right? So you can scout everything, and that's gonna allow your, not only you, but it's got in 1v1 it will help you of course, but in team games it's gonna allow so many of your teammates to make great decisions. And I'm thinking as well further than that, right? Imagine I'm a Huns and I have a Britain's ally, because I imagine this scouting horse can pick up sheep. I would imagine so. So this horse could run around, pick up sheep for Britons, for Tatars, for Gujar, right? There's so many benefits to this scout. You can find boars for your allies. This scout alone might be the best team bonus, indirect team bonus in the game right now on Nomad. It can lame. True, it can lame. But I think laming will be, yes, it will be there, but I think the benefit will be more from actually just finding everything. So it's a massive. Yeah. Good, enjoy. So yeah, I like this a lot. I'm not sure how annoyed people are gonna be, yeah, you can find the docs. The information you can get is insane, right? Like I said, the amount of decision making you can help your teammates to do with this is massive. Can't be underestimated. People pick Vietnamese to know where town centers are, not because Vietnamese are amazing on Nomad. They're not bad on Nomad, but main reason is the information you get from seeing town centers. It's massive. Incas, military units food discount reduced from 15, 20, 25, 30 to 10, 15, 20, 25. And they changed the cost of Mamayuk slightly to account for this, but no other units have been adjusted. So slight nerf here for Incas. Probably a justified one. We'll see if that has any impact. Japanese, civ bonus adjusted to cavalry +2 versus archers except skirmishers. Alright, they figured, okay, doing the bonus damage to skirms was too strong. So now you only get it against archers, and the skirmishers will remain a solid counter to the Japanese cav archers, which is a good change. Turtle ship receives attack round ability. I'm gonna play some turtle ship. I don't think it makes a massive difference, but I respect it. Savar bonus damage against archers reduced from 3 to 2. Which means you still get 4 bonus damage against archers with Savar. It still is ridiculous if you ask me. Why do they even need another set of bonus damage? Like, their stats are already so good. It's one hit more, even then. The stats are already so good on the Savar. Why do they need +2 bonus? Like, they have +4 bonus damage. They don't 2-hit the archers. Yeah, but normally you'll have still a lot of archers with has taken some damage somehow, right? So in my opinion, this is still like a 1-2 hit type of bonus. I guess it just feels like unnecessary on top of everything else. But okay, whatever. So our upgrade research time increased from 150 to 160. How much is Paladin? Is it the same as Paladin? Civ bonus of cavalry generates 5 gold per kill removed. So they just scrapped 170. So it's still faster than Paladin. Why? Civilization bonus of cavalry generate, like, they removed this one completely. They completely scrapped it. I guess they realized that Persians were just reintroduced rather, with way too many bonuses that kind of align. So I don't judge, I mean, I don't disagree with this. I would have liked to see it maybe change, just make it a little bit lower, right? Let's play around with it a little bit more. Or make it like only... It was per military kill as well, right? So again, I would say maybe like maybe make it 3 gold or 2 gold per kill, and it could have stayed in the game. Or maybe just remove cavalry archers from the equation, so it's only melee cavalry, right? So you can still generate gold with big elephant boys. Maybe they give this bonus to another civ in the future. Could be, could be. They could give it to trash bows. Allow trash bows. Trash boys. Trash bows. Nah, it will be too strong. They would feast on halberdiers. Folwark cost decreased from 125 to 100 wood. This is quite massive now. Right now, you're getting a folwark for 75 wood. Keep in mind, a folwark also gives 5 population. So, this is a significant buff to Pulse. The build order in Darkish, you'll never need a house anymore. You just go straight for the folwark. So I think this is a solid buff for Pulse. I mean, if you think about it, you don't save too much wood spread throughout the game, but it helps a lot in the opening. Pulse is still not OP, so who cares? They can still easily be OP. Portuguese organ gun damage decreased from 7.9 to 6.8, so 1 less damage, which is good. They also have less bonus damage now. Wait, no, they increased it to compensate. Okay, so they're worse overall, but they still have very good damage against infantry and skirms. Organ guns are still an insane unit in the right circumstances. But yeah, not really a massive change here. Defeating warrior priest with infantry units now correctly generates gold reward when chieftains is researched. Good. Return of Rome, we skip that. We don't really care too much about that. Fix an issue where players could not select data mods. Okay. Fix an issue where players could prevent a game from starting by holding down any key plus enter. How do people notice this? AI. Okay. Pathfinding. Fix an issue where units would regroup and cycle to the back of their formation with every right click. Isn't this just what I talked about earlier? Wait, is this actually gone? Did they fix this completely? Is it gone from the game? Yes, it's gone. Nope. No, it's better. No, no. Okay, so it's fixed, but still need improvements. It's better. No, it's still terrible. Okay, I can tell the opinions are all over the board here. But okay, as long as it's improved, I'm happy with every sign of improvement. Fix a rare issue where units would slide across untraversable terrain when being patrolled on stand ground. Right. So they, instead of now sliding, they now teleport. Fixed. Fix several issues with villager pathfinding around resources, especially regarding mule carts. Villagers should become stuck less frequently when gathering around the mule cart. That's good. I got quite annoyed sometimes with the vills getting stuck. Scripting. Okay, modding. During start of the game now validates all male mods. Okay, so they will automatically now disable if and display an error message if there's a problem with any of the mods. That's cool. When the game shuts down unexpectedly, your mods will be automatically disabled on the next launch. Okay. Mods are no longer automatically disabled when launching a new version of the game for the first time. What? No longer warning or starting a game with big trees. Not thinking about it. Players now prevented from manually enabling a mod with broken unloadable sprites. Nice. All good changes. They're continuing to investigate. Wait. Let's see what they're tracking right now. It's a comprehensive list. Last updated on December 11th. Status key. A track bug means okay. Multiplayer. Okay, these are all just. Stop command disappears when using certain units. Thoros 5 range attacks have a low chance of hitting dire wolves. Better fix that bug. Hero unit glow can disappear. Ranked matches are not disabled 1 hour before maintenance. Okay. Okay, not too many very important things there, I would say. Coming up, we're coming to the close of another year, and 2023 has been wild for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition team, to say the least. We kicked things off with launching the Xbox version of AoE 2 DE, something we had been in the... Is this wrong English or is my brain in shambles? Something we had been in development with. Something we had been. I guess it works. It's wonky, it's wrong. Is it? Something we had been in development with. That should have been a VE though, no, right? Should have been with. We have been in development with for quite a while. I guess had works as well. It's fine. It's not my mother tongue. It just rolled off my tongue a little bit weird. But okay, that's not the focus of this video. Let's carry on. I think this is correct in hindsight. That was pretty scary for us. Console RTS isn't exactly the preface you see ahead of people describing a great gaming experience, and it took quite a few wills across several teams to make that a reality. Thankfully, it's been a big positive for H2DE and the RTS genre broadly, and we've been thrilled to see the successful release of Age of Empires 4 on Xbox continue to push that innovation. It was a really strong start for everything that would come next. Right behind that came Return to Rome, and then more recently we brought you the Mountain Royals, our 5th DLC for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. 5th! That's crazy. It's genuinely heartwarming that we're able to continue developing content and features for Age of Empires 2 this many years after its initial release in 1999. It speaks to the uniqueness of our community and the experience we share in our love for this game and the Age of Empires franchise. Trust us, we're happy to be here and continue to work on AoE2DE for as long as you're here with us, and we're pretty excited about what the future looks like. This is a longer coming up text than I've seen before. So I guess it's kind of like a Happy New Year, Happy Merry Christmas, thank you for this year, farewell message thing as well. Today this includes the launch of animated icons, which we've had a lot of fun conceptualizing and hope you enjoy. Please be sure to let us know what you think about these, what you like and what you don't, and we'll be listening for that feedback as we think about other ways to make your presence in the game even more fun and entertaining. Tomorrow, well friends, not literally tomorrow, but tomorrow, Future Talk, that tomorrow includes some really cool stuff. We are very aware that from time to time our community gets a little worried that we may be slowing down development for AoE2 DE in favor of other priorities, AoE4, or maybe being distracted by other projects. But looking ahead at everything we've got in our planning, it really feels like the best is yet to come. There are so many exciting things that we are currently There's so many exciting new things that we're currently heads down figuring out for you guys, some of which we're pretty far down the road on developing, so there may be some fun surprises waiting for you in the not too distant future. Beyond that, there's yet more in the works, and we've been growing our team and contributions coming from developers around the world. 2024 is going to be a great year for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, with some surprises we're pretty sure you'll simply never guess. Let me guess, Age of Mythology Definitive Edition. And then there's like an AoE2 DE mythology skin. How did I guess that? Try, give it your best. We're hyped and can't wait to see the reaction as some of these things get announced. We'd also like to close out 2023 by thanking everyone at World's Edge, Forgotten Empires, Tantalus, never heard of that before, Wicked Workshop, and Capture Age that have contributed to Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition throughout the year, but especially you! Especially you. Don't you forget. Especially you. For being here with us on this journey. We're incredibly thankful for you. That's you. And the opportunity to share this experience with it. It means so as much to us as it does to you, and we're right there with you. We absolutely love this game. Keep in mind, guys, most of the people that are, or most of the, like a lot of the guys that are developing the game, they started off as fans of the game, playing the game, and just randomly, oh, let's make a mod by ourselves, right? Because the game had lost support. So they're still coming from the core base of Age of Empires fans that just wanted to see new content for the game. So yeah, I think that was a great out. Well, coming up, what's on the horizon message. So yeah, this patch seems real positive though overall. I can't really disagree with any balance changes. There's some new cool changes as well, and hopefully the pathing and everything looks cool. And of course the Manga Day Madness as well. It looks exciting, so I'm excited to play. We'll see that very soon. Hope you enjoyed watching.